Okay, so I'm hitting record on this, and this spotting scope is aimed out there 400 yards. I'm going to take a couple 400-yard shots, and what I'm using is my Browning A-bolt Winchester. It's chambered in a 243 Winchester Super Short. You've seen it in some of my other videos, and I haven't had too much range time with this rifle, and I kind of just grab it and go hunting, but I don't have much time to play with it, so I bring it with me this time, and just going to see if I could hit something at 400 yards. Now, it doesn't have a dial-up scope. It's just it's a variable scope, but it's got like your main crosshair and another one and another one. So I got it zeroed at 200. So the next line down is 300. The next one down is 400. So, and that's what this is. It's about 400 yards, and the target's way out there. And I don't have a bipod. I don't have a rear rest. So we're going sheep hunting on our giant rock cliff here. So I'm just going to try to lay down and natural style.
Got your ears on.
That's good. Okay, so recap what happened. I used my third line, and I think I totally missed twice. And I was like, what is going on? So it's either less than 400, which is what I think it is, under 400, or I was just missing, but I didn't believe I was missing. So I used my second line. I used my 300 line, and I got a hit on it. So on here, it looks like it hit pretty nice. Left and right's just a little bit high. So I'm going to get a couple more rounds. I'm going to shoot 2 more times, and I'm going to use my second line, my 300-yard line, and see what happens here. One, two. And these are 95 grains, 95 grain beans. Right, let's see what happened. Still a little high. So 300 yards for that round. The 300 yard sight at 400 is what it's working here. So not bad. Okay, so here's what happened with this rifle. Like I said, I never had any range time with it. I kind of zeroed it at 200 yards. And then after that, really did nothing with it. But on the scope, it said the main crosshair is 200, and then 300, 400. Each line is another 100. So this is about 400 yards. So I put the 400-yard line here. which is the third line, and I was shooting over, I believe. So I said, there's no way I'm missing this thing. So I used the second line, and I think I hit here, kind of rushing the shots. But so if I actually sat down and just used the second line at 400, I believe I'd be hitting there. So I had to figure it out. So that's what we call figuring out your rifle. You got to know your rifle. You know, if there was a deer sitting over here, I would have put that third line on him and totally missed right over his back and been wondering what the heck happened. Well, that's what happens. The third line is too much. So I only needed the second line dead on. So the second line dead on for me, from here all the way across to that deer tower there. That's the one right by the house there. So with that rifle, my second line all the way across this field is a dead deer.